You fucking ginger tosser.
Here we are on Clown TV.
Ginger tosser.
Clown TV. Got with us Rick Wilton, aka Dog Jockey, Smurf's brother. Lots of other names. You got any favourites?
Me?
Yeah, nicknames.
No, I just take it in my stride, whatever people call me.
Fair enough. Rick is 56 at the moment. 57 later, which is really old. Married to Lynn, and he's got 2 boys. He's an erotic pet. exotic pet, import expert and breeder.
Yeah.
You're a breeder.
I am.
And you enjoy that bit, don't you, the most?
Yep.
Right, there've been lots of stories about monkeys and dwarves and midgets. And
yeah.
I'm hoping to hear some more later on.
Wanking chimps.
Yeah, don't forget the wanking. Was it a chimp?
It wasn't a chimp, no.
I can't imagine a chimp. No. Anyway, any other monkeys are right, but not a chimp.
Not a chimp. No.
You're living in Posh Pitsy, Bowers Gifford.
Yeah, that's it.
Bowers Gifford.
That's the one.
And right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
So, why did you start cycling, Rick?
I was just signing up for some triathlons, and I wanted to do a Ironman 70.3, and so I bought the bike. Just started cycling, and COVID kicked in, and everything got cancelled. And then I had the misfortune of meeting you at Darren Brown's was it his 50th or 40th?
It was his
50th birthday. And for some unknown reason, I started talking to you, which I don't really know why.
Because I'm an interesting guy.
I don't think there was anyone else there that knew me, so I just kind of ended up talking to you.
Well, I didn't know you, did I?
No. And then you said,
I started talking to you because you had your wife with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said something about you run a cycling wankers team. And I said, right, okay, sounds good for me.
Team.
I'll come and have a little cycle.
Yes.
And I've still yet to do my triathlons. I've still not got round to it.
Well, you're busy
just too busy doing other things.
Stop.
Got too many hobbies.
Yeah.
Too many
We
hobbies.
know them all.
Yeah.
I think we do. Well, there's probably a couple of secret ones. Which is why we hear the stories of his friends.
Which are probably illegal.
I know my mate did this. We all know. Okay then. Right. Bikes.
Yep.
As a child.
Yep.
What was your favourite bike as a kid?
Well,
did you have any?
My 2 brothers were few years older than me, and they both had choppers. And because I wasn't big enough, I had a budgie, which was exactly the same as a chopper, but half the size.
What, you had a budgie until you was about 15?
Yeah. Well, I was going to do the triathlon and that.
So, a budgie. My sister had a budgie.
It was called a budgie, yeah, you remember them, yeah?
Yeah, like purpley colour.
Yeah.
My sister had that.
Fucking
Did you have a
terrible thing.
Tomahawk?
No,
the next one up?
No.
So you went from budgie.
I wasn't big enough. I was.
How long did you have that budgie for?
I don't know.
It must have gone from budgie to a racer.
No,
or
I went from
drifter.
budgie to a. No,
Budgie were wheelie bikes, though. They were really good for wheelies.
They were really good. No, my next bike after that, I think, was a BMX.
Fuck, you had that budgie a long while, mate.
I did.
And it
So I reckon I was about 11, 12, and then I got BMX.
And what was that? Do you remember? Was it a rally? Was it a super burner or
I think it was a rally.
burner?
I think it was a rally, actually.
Yeah, I had a rally.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for that. It's interesting. So, your current bikes.
Yep.
You're starting to collect now like a proper cyclist. You've not just got the one now, have you? You've got what?
I've got
2, 3?
My original one, Specialised, which I bought and then sold. That
Yes.
was the original one I bought.
Yep.
Just to do a bit of training on.
Yep.
That's gone. And then I bought I've really struggled to find small size or extra small in the second-hand market. Really hard to find. You find all the mediums and above.
Yeah.
But I have found a little carbon fibre aero bike, a little Ribble. Is it an 884?
Don't know.
I
But
think it's
yes.
an 884. I think it is. You said it's far too aggressive, but I've cycled. I've done 125 k's multiple times in it,
Yeah.
and it's been fine. I feel comfortable on it.
You've proved me wrong about being too aggressive. Just
But
'cause I'm too
I've
old.
since bought the Ribble titanium. It's a
It's a cyclocross.
is it a CGR? I think they're called.
Yes, I think it is.
So the forks are wide enough to put the gravel tyres on.
Yeah.
Which is what I used, and it's still got them on there now for me Land's End Johnny Goats.
I thought, how many times are you going to mention that, right?
Because it was comfortable, and just by luck, that literally a week before I actually done it on the little chat on Facebook, Land's End Johnny Goats little chat thing. A few people on there said, use gravel tyres.
Yeah.
You won't regret it, because a lot of the hills in Cornwall, when you come down, they're kind of low down, so you've got high banks and lots of trees, and they get wet and they don't dry.
All the crap comes.
They don't dry up. Yeah, they get all the crap on there, and everyone said as soon as you touch your brakes towards the bottom of the hills, you'll come off. Use gravel tyres, and I'd done that. I never come off my bike once,
and you didn't get wet,
and I didn't even get a puncture.
Or get wet.
All wet, nothing.
No,
not a single puncture. That ain't bad, is it?
That's good. That is really good. Ask Ao.
Yeah.
He got fucking soaked.
Yeah.
So anyway, done that. What about your bike computer? Because this is something that is such an important thing in our riding. We all need to know where we're going, etc. What have you got?
I bought one first of all, and I couldn't fucking work it. I'm no good with gadgets, and I sold it to Veronique.
Oh yes,
she had it off me, and then you convinced me to get another one, and because I was doing the Land's End Johnny Goats, I thought I'd best have one. I can't retake it, A to Z.
You can't. No.
So I bought one. I bought it literally a few weeks before. I still didn't really know how to work it. I've fucked about with it a few times and got it all wrong. And I kind of learned on the day. But
as you're going along.
Yeah.
Experience.
I did have a problem about. I'm not too sure what day it was.
Funny we've got back onto this subject. Of his name's in John O'Groats, right? We're talking about bike computers, but any moment he gets to do it.
I didn't have my glasses on
right
when I'm riding.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, with the vibration, it twitches, and I couldn't concentrate on it, and it came up with, it flagged up with something. And I don't know what it said because I didn't have the glasses, so I just fucking pressed it. I poked it,
right,
and I didn't know what it had done. But what it actually had done was actually taking me round in a big long loop back to where I fucking begun. I'd done an extra 17 miles. Fucking out my way before I realised.
The day after you was like, I'm so angry with this crap ride.
Yeah, I think so.
And he was like, I don't like doing this.
I started seeing signposts to the place where I started from, and I'm thinking, this ain't fucking right. And I tried to restart it and redo it, and it just kept taking me
it was probably,
fucking loop.
You might have missed one of the actual waypoints.
Don't know what I'd done.
Back again.
Don't know what I'd done. Lynn had to come and rescue me. I just couldn't get out of this loop.
So you have a what? What is it? A Garmin?
Garmin.
A Garmin.
Fuck knows what. It's a Garmin.
Anybody wants to buy the Garmin.
It's a square thing that goes on the front, but you twist it and it sticks there.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to find a Garmin fuck knows, I think you might find them on Amazon.
Probably. Yeah, just Google it or whatever.
Garmin fuck knows.
Yeah.
Mark 1 or 2?
Well, fuck knows what this one is.
Double fuck knows. So, what? These are the questions I am really avoiding, but I've got to ask them. What is your favourite ride?
Land's End Johnny Goats might be my favourite.
Fair enough.
I think that was awesome. Even though I'd done it on my own, done it solo, I didn't have no banter, so I had no one to take the piss out of.
No one to take the piss out of you.
That's which is what it's all part and parcel of.
You've been the driver of all these things before. You've seen it, and now you've done it, but on your own.
I think what set me up, my mindset, because it's not just physical, it's psychological when you do long distance things on your own, is some of the mountaineering which I've done, and I'd previously done 19 days solo.
Well, that set you up Alaska, perfectly,
and that set my psychological thing in my head.
Get in the zone and just do it.
Yeah,
I think enjoy it to yourself.
I think that was pretty much what done it for me.
Next one. What's your hardest ride? Is it? Is it? But is it though?
I had some particularly hard days on the Land's End Johnny Goats.
Land's End Johnny Goats, I think that's the mention number 6.
I think 7 many more times.
I think so, yeah.
I can't remember which days, but I got to day 7 and I was fucked, basically.
Yeah.
But it was my own fault because I'd got back and I had a couple of beers instead of food, and that was the biggest mistake. And I fell asleep, woke up next day, and I was in a bit of a
state.
I was. And I spent all that day just eating. I think I had 5 actual proper size meals that day and gallons of water. And
dehydrated yourself.
And the next day I woke up like I'd never even done any cycling. I was absolutely on point. I was the next day, absolutely spot on.
Well done.
And I really, really needed that day.
Just a day of rest.
Yeah.
Next question. What's your longest ride?
Let me think. Oh, it might be Land's End John McGrath.
Really?
968 miles to be exact.
Was it?
Yeah,
0.2 or exactly on?
No, exactly on.
Oh, well, there you
And that's
go.
even doing the extra 17 miles.
Okay. What about on a single day? Have you done 100 yet?
Yeah, I've done the London ride last year.
Ride London.
And I actually clocked up more because me and Al met Fenchurch Street and I didn't realise. I thought I could just go down to the embankment and get in, but we had to cycle all halfway around to get to the start point. And then when we got back, then you had to cycle all the way back round over back to Fenchurch Street. So I added probably another. I think I must have added another 10 mile onto it. But
so you've done 110.
Yeah, but that cycle I done that day.
Yes.
I actually found that that's the longest single cycle I've done. But I actually found that probably one of the easiest.
Because it was stop and start?
I only stopped once.
Okay.
Everyone was stopping at these different stations. I only stopped once.
Well,
I stopped once to fill up water.
As well, so
I did stop at an accident, yeah. And I think I just was eating well all the time.
Yep. Constantly eating, constantly drinking.
You probably know I use these Phoenix bars now. It's Flaming Phoenix bars, which are 550 calories.
Like your monkey.
So
I
was eating them all the time. So I didn't actually have any proper food apart from these bars. But I cycled at the same pace, kept up with the same pace.
Steady
and
Eddie.
and I cycled the whole thing and I got to the end and I actually thought, do you know what, that wasn't too bad at all.
No, well, you're super fit, aren't you? Sleeping in a Michael Jackson tent.
Really white glove.
Don't deny it. Anyway, last one.
Yeah.
Have you got a goal for your cycling? I know you've already done some massive ride.
I have.
But have you got yourself another goal?
Well,
for cycling.
Well, I'd like to do the Paris.
Yes.
Paris next year. If it
goes ahead, yeah.
I think at some point I would probably like to start working out with pannions and stuff and going and just on my own, you know.
Spencer will like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that kind of tickles me fancy. I'd actually like to do it perhaps from Calais and go all the way through Belgium, Holland, maybe Germany, loop back round. Spend like a couple of weeks or something doing it, but yeah, I mean the problem is I've got too many hobbies. Trying to fit it all in with work and everything else, and it's hard.
It is.
It
is when you've got like as much spare time as you. Anyway, thank you.
Work just gets in my way of my social.
It does, doesn't it? It's terrible. So thank you for all your stories that you tell us when we're away about Clive. What's Clive, wasn't it? Clive the monkey and your dwarfs in Vegas. Your mates. No, not yours. Your mates.
Mates, that's the one. It's definitely my mate, not me.
Not you. And we look forward to your extra stories next time.
Plenty coming.
Cheers.